Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to the next video in our video series of how to play the piano by ear. In this video, this is going to be a culmination video where we take a lot of pieces from all the other videos that we've learned about and kind of put them all together. You're finally ready to, and you have all the skills and everything, if you've been following along, to be able to do something like this. In this video, we are going to be taking the rendition of a popular song, Silent Night, which I'm sure everyone's heard. And we are going to first kind of chordify, I don't know if there's really a word for it, but get all the chords for this song all mapped out, and then using that, be able to play it by ear, and then eventually be able to kind of add your own things, even change the chords to what you think sounds better, and just kind of have fun with that. So, to start out, I'm going to bring this book, I'm going to use this book here and just kind of give you a little peek at the music of what we're actually looking at. So this, I guess, if you are pretty good at reading music, I assume most people watching this probably already can read music to some degree. So as we go through this, you'll be able to, try to line that up so you can actually see it well. You'll be able to follow along and kind of pick this apart with me. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go through and look at what key it's in. So we can see it's got a B flat and an E flat. So we already know we're thinking flats, and now the question is it in a major or a minor key? Let's go ahead and just play that first chord. I'm going to take this book away. If you need to look back, feel free to rewind the video and I'll try and bring it down from time to time. But the first chord in there is a B major, right? Or B flat major, sorry. So we can kind of test it out. Awesome. So we've got a B flat major and we've got our two flats. So we can pretty much assume, all right, we're in the key of B major. From here, we're going to go ahead and pick apart each one of these chords. Let's bring the book down one more time, and I can just play it with my right hand as we're going through this together. So let's look at that first chord. We know it's a, pretty much stays that whole time, it stays in B flat major. Let's play that once more for you. Maybe I'll play the whole first line and then play that so you can just see my fingers. I'm just going to play that again, and then we'll just kind of talk through what the chords are. So that first one, we've got B flat major. So it stays just that the whole time. It's just that chord. It goes up and plays a, I guess it kind of goes up for a split second into a 4 chord, and then back to that 1. And then it changes and we have a, so that is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So it's a 5, it's a 7th chord, playing our 5 chord as a 7th chord. And then back to our 1. And then we see it goes up. It's going to go up to a 4. Still playing a 4. Kind of walks it down. Still playing that 4 chord. Back to our 1. Again with that. So it kind of goes up to 4 and back down to 1. And then moving along, we go back to a 4. Back to a 1. And then it goes up to an, back to our 5, 7th chord. And then a 1 chord. Still on our 1. This is where it looks like it goes into, for a split second, it goes into a 3, minor 3. And then back to a 7th chord. And then just a 5 chord. And then back to a 1. So up until now, we have kind of figured out the chords. Again, here's the music. You probably are able to see it, and you can rewind back. I'm just going to write this out real quick for you and do it in front of you so you can see it. Okay, great. So I just fast forwarded a bit. Didn't want to have to make you wait as I did all that. And here are all the chords. I just kind of wrote them out. And I'll kind of put this where you can see it. Just kind of go through that again. And so now we pretty much have the entire song. We could play this in any key. This is the structure of the song in any key we want to play it. So we'll go ahead and I'll just take this away. You can look back at that if you need to. And just kind of play that one more time. This is now just using the notes. We have our 1, our 5, 7, our 5 without the 7, then we go up to our 4, our 1, our 4, our 1, our 5, 7 again, and then back to our 1, and then our 1 again, then it goes to a 3 chord, and then back to a 5, 7, and then back to our 1. So again, now that you know that, you could do that in any key. I'll just play a brief second of that in the key of D. Let's see how that sounds. Our 5 with our 5, 7. Goes up to our 4, back to our 1, so as you get the idea, you can you're at liberty now once you've got this to kind of play that however you want. Another thing I like to do is kind of just mess around and changing the chords. A lot of times 1s sound good as 6s, and you can just kind of experiment around. So I'm going to try and play that, and just play. Instead of playing that, what if we started that? So what if we just went from a 6? Anyway, so that's kind of just playing a lot of those notes. I was making those minor, kind of adding just some cool melodies in from experimenting with minor keys. Anyway, I hope from this video you can kind of see that you can do that yourself. Kind of the process is going through a song, identifying whether it's in a major key, minor key, identifying the, kind of the chord progression. Here I just have every measure. I just kind of mentally mark that off to kind of remember where I was at. It is kind of, sometimes it's easier just writing like an A or a G if you want to just remember it that way and stay in the same key. But I feel like things like this, once you kind of, even just from having done that, you kind of remember now, okay, so Silent Night is mostly just ones, fives, some 5/7s, and 4, major 4 chord with that 3 stuck in there. And having gone through that and kind of mapped it out, you will remember it much better. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Hope you could follow that, and good luck in doing this on your own.